Does that mean I get to leave?
You gotta do whatever.
Well, this is actually the one that was in
Jeez,
there.
get out of my way.
Yeah.
You know what? Huh? Oh, crap.
Can we stand for the pledge of allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any citizen questions regarding tonight's agenda? Seeing that there is none, we call the meeting to order at 6:36. I'll take roll call. Trustee Meadows.
Aye.
Trustee
Here.
Meyer. Trustee Myers.
Here.
Trustee Stevens.
Aye.
Trustee Stewart. Trustee Thomas.
Present?
Trustee Wildy. Here. And President Garrett, aye, here. Do we have any excellence in education tonight?
That's it.
Do we have any consideration of additions or deletions to tonight's agenda? Approval of agenda?
Mr. President, I move the Will Board of Education approve the agenda as presented.
Support?
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education approve the agenda as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Approval of minutes.
Mr. President, I move the Will Run Board of Education approve the minutes as presented from the board meeting of September 15, 2011.
Support?
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education approve the minutes as presented from the board meeting of September 15, 2011. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any acknowledgement and correspondence tonight?
No, that's not.
All right. Do we have any board committee reports? Okay. Moving on. Adoption of resolution, diversity learning.
I move that the Willow Run Board of Education adopt the diversity learning resolution as follows. Whereas the State Board of Education, Michigan Department of Education, and the Willow Run Board of Education support diversity learning as instrumental to success in the global economy. And whereas Michigan's increasingly diverse population is a valuable asset for the state for a district's future economic development, and whereas diversity learning enables students to communicate with others who are different from themselves, promote mutual understanding, and prepares them to effectively participate in a democratic society, and whereas diversity learning in public schools contributes to excellence in education, and whereas students should have teachers who are trained to teach about diversity and handle sensitive issues in the classroom, and whereas diversity learning promotes social well-being among students by helping reduce conflict, bullying, and violence in schools, now therefore it resolved that the Willow Run Board of Education will continue to implement policies and practices that promote diversity learning, including upcoming participation in the Understanding Race Project, a community project with leadership from the University of Michigan.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education adopt the diversity learning resolution. Is there any discussion to this? She did our presentation. Okay. All those in favor?
That's a roll call. No, it's not my name. Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Been a long night.
That's all right. Approval of purchase order.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Run Board of Education approve the attached purchase order to BSC Incorporated in the amount of $22,176.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education approve the attached purchase order to BSC Inc. in the amount of $22,176. I believe this is something else that we discussed last meeting too, correct?
Absolutely.
All right, roll call. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
That's all you have for, you can blame me.
It's all right. Review of purchase order, Apple Inc.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Run Board of Education open for review the attached purchase order to Apple Inc. in the amount of $21,120.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education open for review the attached purchase order to Apple Inc. in the amount of $21,120. Discussion.
Well, I think that this motion will answer the question that was asked last board meeting about how the technology of the prior motion will be used. And this, through the 10 days of extensive training, and it'll come out of the Title IIA funds.
Any other questions?
So is this training only?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Review of purchase order, CI Computer Products, Inc.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Run Board of Education open for review the purchase of printers from C-High in the amount of $29,127.89.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education open for review the purchase of printers from CI in the amount of $29,127.89. Discussion.
This is an allowable expense through the ARA funds, and I think as most people know, a lot of printers that we have in the classrooms are pretty much consumables, and we're at the point where we need to look into getting some computers that will last past this purchase. So they will be, as it states, we strategically placed throughout the district and in the different buildings where the special ed staff can utilize the printers to the fullest extent.
Any other questions? All right. Acceptance of donation elementary learning centers.
I move that the Willow Run Board of Education accept the Target Books for School Award from the East Ann Arbor Target Store to the Elementary Learning Center for the purchase of $500 in books from the First Book Library.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education accept the Target Books for School Award from the East Ann Arbor Target Store to the Elementary Learning Center for the purchase of $500 in books from the First Book Library. Discussion.
Sounds nice.
Sounds pretty good. We'll discuss that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed?
Do you have any questions regarding that? Mrs. Jenkins, as the
Okay.
state board, since she had meeting that she decided on board. They were randomly chosen out of all the school districts in the area,
Wow.
and she graciously accepted the donation and have already earmarked books to be ordered and library.
We said thank you.
My only other question is why only $500?
Right.
Moving on.
Hey, who is this again?
Acceptance of elementary learning center.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Run Board of Education accept the donations of book bags and school supplies from the Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan Electronic and Business Interchange Division to the Elementary Learning Center.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education accept the donation of book bags and school supplies from the Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan Electronic and Business Interchange Division to the Elementary Learning Center. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Approval of appointment school psychologist.
I move that the Willow Run Board of Education accept the recommendation of the superintendent to appoint Lisa Woodcock Burrows as school psychologist, annual salary of $46,693, according to the WREA salary schedule, Masters plus 60, Level 3, effective October 3, 2011.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education accept the recommendation of the superintendent